In a significant escalation of drone warfare, Russian forces have reportedly begun using fiber-optic guided drones on the Ukrainian battlefield, according to intercepted communications and frontline reports. These drones, believed to be a modified version of Russia's Lancet or Cub-BLA loitering munitions, are connected to operators via ultra-thin, high-speed fiber-optic cables, making them nearly immune to electronic jamming. How fiber-optic drones work. Unlike traditional drones that rely on vulnerable radio signals or GPS, fiber-optic drones maintain a physical tether to their control station, transmitting real-time video and control inputs through a thin, durable cable that unwinds as the drone flies. Key advantages include jamming-proof. Unlike wireless drones, these cannot be disrupted by electronic warfare systems. Low latency and high bandwidth enables ultra-precise control, even in dense urban environments. Extended range. Some models can reportedly operate up to 100 kilometers, 62 miles, from the launch point. First confirmed use in combat. Ukrainian forces near Avdiivka reported encountering these drones in recent days, describing them as extremely difficult to stop. One soldier, speaking anonymously, said, "We heard a faint buzzing, then saw a thin wire trailing behind the drone. Our jammers did nothing. It kept coming until it hit our position." Russian military bloggers have celebrated the innovation, claiming it allows for unstoppable precision strikes on Ukrainian artillery, command posts, and armored vehicles. Ukraine's countermeasures. Cutting the cord. Since traditional electronic warfare is ineffective, Ukrainian troops are experimenting with machine gun fire to sever the fiber-optic tether mid-flight. Drone intercept drones to physically collide with the attackers. Directed energy weapons, experimental lasers, to burn through the cable. However, the speed and maneuverability of these drones make them a persistent threat. Global implications. A new arms race. Fiber-optic guidance is not new, used in missiles like the US TOW and Russian Cornet, but its adaptation to suicide drones marks a major evolution in warfare. If proven effective, other militaries, including China, Iran, and NATO, may rapidly develop similar systems. Military analysts warn, this could render billions in electronic warfare investments obsolete overnight. Following the release of graphic drone footage showing Russian attacks on Ukrainian positions, Kyiv has retaliated with its own devastating drone strikes deep behind enemy lines. The conflict has now entered a new phase of drone-dominated warfare, with both sides deploying swarms of unmanned systems to hunt soldiers, destroy equipment, and terrorize the opposition. Ukrainian revenge strikes hit Russian troop concentrations. Ukrainian Special Operations Forces have released their own bodycam and drone footage showcasing successful attacks on Russian infantry and armored columns. One clip shows a Russian T-90 tank being struck by a Ukrainian FPV first-person view drone, detonating its ammunition storage in a massive explosion. Another video captures a group of Russian soldiers attempting to retreat from a trench system before being targeted by a loitering munition. "Every strike against us will be answered tenfold," a Ukrainian drone unit commander said in a statement. "We are adapting, and our drones are becoming more precise, more deadly." Electronic warfare and countermeasures ramp up. Both sides are now locked in a high-tech battle of jamming signals, GPS spoofing, and drone interception. Russian sources claim to have downed over 30 Ukrainian drones in the past 48 hours using advanced electronic warfare systems like the Zittel and Lear-3. Meanwhile, Ukraine has deployed newly supplied Western anti-drone systems, including US-made SMART shooters and portable jammers. Despite these measures, drones continue to slip through, wreaking havoc on front lines and rear positions alike. Reports indicate that Russian logistics depots in occupied Luhansk and Donetsk have been hit in recent nights, with secondary explosions suggesting significant ammunition losses. Civilian impact and war crimes allegations. As drone warfare escalates, civilians near the front lines are increasingly caught in the crossfire. A hospital in the contested town of Chasiv was reportedly damaged after a misdirected Russian drone strike, sparking outrage from humanitarian groups. The United Nations has called for an investigation into possible violations of international law. Moscow denies targeting civilians, blaming Ukrainian forces for using residential areas as military positions. Kyiv, in turn, accuses Russia of deliberately terrorizing non-combatants to depopulate regions ahead of planned offensives. The future of the drone war. Military analysts predict that drone technology will only grow more dominant in this conflict. Both Ukraine and Russia are racing to develop faster, stealthier, and more autonomous drones capable of evading countermeasures. Some reports suggest that AI-guided drone swarms may soon be deployed, raising ethical and strategic concerns. Whoever masters drone warfare first will have a decisive edge, said a NATO defense advisor speaking on condition of anonymity. Right now, it's a bloody stalemate, but breakthroughs in AI or electronic warfare could tip the balance. Global implications. The drone tactics being refined in Ukraine are being closely studied by militaries worldwide. From Taiwan to the Middle East, nations are preparing for a new era of warfare where cheap, mass-produced drones can devastate even the most advanced armies. As night falls over the Donbass, the buzzing of drones fills the air, ominous, relentless, and inescapable. The Russo-Ukrainian war has entered a frightening new phase with the confirmed battlefield deployment of Russia's latest technological terror, fiber-optic guided suicide drones. These virtually unhackable, unjammable killing machines are rewriting the rules of modern warfare before the world's eyes, leaving Ukrainian forces scrambling for countermeasures and NATO militaries urgently reassessing their defense strategies. The dawn of the fiber-optic drone age. Multiple frontline units from Ukraine's 47th Mechanized Brigade and 3rd Assault Brigade report encountering these next-generation drones over the past 72 hours in the embattled sectors of Avdiivka and Chasiv. Unlike conventional FPV first-person view drones that rely on vulnerable radio frequencies, these new weapons maintain a physical fiber-optic tether to their operators, rendering them immune to all known forms of electronic warfare. Key capabilities revealed: complete electronic warfare immunity. Ukrainian troops report their prized Angel and Pokrova jamming systems, which previously knocked out 70% of Russian drones, are now useless against these tethered killers. Real-time human decision making. The fiber link allows operators to maintain positive control until impact, enabling last-second target changes and abort capability. Extended operational range. Early analysis suggests effective ranges of 15 to 20 kilometers, with some specialized models potentially reaching 50 km precision strike capability. High-bandwidth video feeds allow operators to identify and strike specific vehicle weak points, e.g., tank engine compartments. First-hand accounts from the frontlines. A Ukrainian drone operator from the 92nd Separate Mechanized Brigade, call sign Joker, described the terrifying first encounter. We heard the familiar buzzing sound and immediately activated our jammers. But this one kept coming straight through all our defenses. Then someone spotted the thin glint of the fiber trailing behind it. By the time we understood what we were facing, it was too late. Video evidence shows the drones employing terrifying new tactics: hover and hunt mode, loitering for minutes while operators select optimal targets, swarm coordination, multiple tethered drones attacking in coordinated patterns, second strike capability. Some models appear to carry multiple warheads for sequential attacks. Technical breakdown: how Russia's new super drones work. Defense analysts have identified these systems as heavily modified versions of Russia's Lancet 3 and Cub belay loitering munitions, now equipped with microfiber optic spool system, a compact, high-speed fiber deployment mechanism weighing under 500 g, hybrid guidance, inertial navigation for initial flight phase, transitioning to fiber-optic control in terminal approach, anti-sniper protection, reinforced cabling and redundant signal paths to prevent disruption. Modular warheads options ranging from shaped charges to thermobaric explosives. Ukraine's desperate countermeasures with traditional electronic warfare rendered obsolete. Ukrainian forces are experimenting with cable hunter teams, designated marksmen using thermal scopes to spot and sever fiber lines, experimental microwave weapons, prototype systems that may overload the fiber's optical sensors. Drone versus drone combat: modified Ukrainian FPV drones equipped with cable-cutting blade, smoke and obscurance, thick smoke screens to hide the thin fiber strands from visual detection. It's like going back to World War I tactics, admitted a Ukrainian Special Forces officer. We're literally trying to shoot down wires in midair. Strategic implications: a potential war winner. Military analysts suggest this development could prove decisive: artillery hunting revolution. Russia may finally have found a reliable way to eliminate Ukraine's Western-supplied artillery systems' urban warfare nightmare. The drones' precision makes them ideal for clearing fortified urban positions. Psychological impact, the unjammable reputation is already affecting Ukrainian troop morale. Global arms race accelerates. The Pentagon has urgently convened a classified briefing on the threat, while Chinese state media boasts of similar systems already in testing. Experts warn we may be witnessing the end of radio-controlled drone dominance, a new arms race in physical link weapons systems, potential applications in naval and anti-aircraft roles. In the ground, the human cost at a field hospital near Kramatorsk. Medics report a sharp increase in distinctive injuries from the drone's precision strikes, including concentrated blast trauma from warheads designed to penetrate armor before detonating. These aren't random hits, said Dr. Olga Semenuk. They're surgical strikes aimed at maximizing casualties among our best troops. What comes next? As Russia ramps up production, estimated at 200+ units monthly, Ukraine